Get your bucket hats on. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go with ETN here at the 201. Not super high on him. His hype is going through there, but I do like the connection he has, the rushing or the receiving upside he has. Like, if we're both going to be honest, there's not a lot of elite weapons for Trevor Lawrence. So, if Trevor Lawrence is going to take the next step, it's going to be with ETN. So, here at the 201, I feel pretty good about ETN.
Yeah, ETN's interesting.
He's got a ton. I would not buy him. If I had him, I would probably sell
Yeah,
right
same.
now. But I'm not going out to acquire ETN personally. It's just
From
his hype's gone through the roof.
from a PPR perspective, I he intrigues me a lot.
Yeah.
But he's just kind of like a rookie. Like he'll be up there. He'll be. I think you ranked him pretty good because he'd probably be the next running back on the board. I'll put him slightly behind Brees Hall, only because he's coming off an injury.
Yeah.
But I think like him coming out, I think he's pretty close to where Brees Hall was as a prospect. So
Oh, no. No.
from a PPR perspective, I think.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'm biased, man. I just
I'm not talking about like straight up like just like pure talent. I'm talking about like from fantasy. Like if I'm gonna
yeah.
like how it's ranked right now, it makes sense. Um, let me see here. I'm just gonna go my guy. I'm not even gonna put too much thought into it. I don't even care if it's wrong. I'm not a big believer in Drake London. Let's just make that clear. So I would go Elijah Moore, and
You love him too.
his situation's not great. I've just seen like his progress. Like I've been kind of paying attention to what he's been doing this offseason a little bit. One because I have fantasy dynasty stock into him, and
A
two
ton.
yeah, a little bit too much. Um, and I just think the kid like is in prime position to produce. It sucks that Zach Wilson's hurt to start the year because I wanted them to get rolling together. But I still think like no matter who's throwing it to him, he's gonna be one of those guys that gets a lot of receptions. Maybe not for big yardage, but from a reception perspective and standpoint, like he's gonna produce on the
Yeah.
PPR um, level of things.
I, honestly, I'm surprised you didn't go with your guy though, because that's what I'm going to go with next.
Who are you gonna?
15. We're going 203. We're going Rashad Bateman.
If I if
I believe in the talent and that opportunity. It's going to be now or never for him.
you're probably more accurate on that pick, and I still don't regret like who I chose because I don't know what it is about Elijah Moore, but I do believe
You
in
love
him.
him. No, that's your guy. I
I
like that you're standing pat.
but like Bateman, I do think that he will excel. Like I've seen people do mock drafts and they were like unhappy that they ended up with Bateman as like their number three guy. But I'm like Bateman's upside is fucking at a level that I think that he. But I'm like, damn, am I super biased? Because I'm a Gopher like fan alumni. But I'm like, dude, I think that he could be like legitimately a true number one on a team.
Yeah, I mean the interesting thing with the Ravens right now is J.K. Dobbins doesn't look 100%. Gus Edwards just got put on the pup, so he's out for the first 4 weeks. And they bring in Kenyon Drake, which makes me really concerned for my J.K. Dobbins stock. But they might be forced to start off the year throwing the ball just like last year, you know? So
Yeah.
that's going to be a huge plus for Bateman. He's going to get all the opportunities in the world as long as he can stay healthy. So I'm a Bateman believer. The only thing that worries me with Bateman is that rushing offense. But right now, it's looking like they're going to have to throw the ball. So for me, I think, yeah, now is probably the time where I'm going to have to take Drake London. I'm not the biggest believer in Drake London either. I understand he had an early freshman breakout. That's probably the most impressive thing I see about Drake London, besides his size, was that he broke out as a freshman at USC with Amon Ra and Juju there.
Yeah.
Or actually, no, I think Juju had just left. Um, but with Amon Ra there, and then I just in 8 games last year, he did put up like 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns, or maybe it was 800 yards and 11 touchdowns, I think. But I just,
Yeah, no,
it's
I'm the same. I'm the same exact way, bro. And I'm actually not going Drake London here either. I'm not even looking at the 2022 list at the moment. I think there's some players on the 2021 list I still got to go through before I go to that list. I'm just looking at what's available. And I
well,
got
I'm
to.
going Drake London here.
Oh, that's fine. I might be wrong on this, but I'm going my boy. And the only reason I let him drop this far is because he's hurt. But Zach Wilson,
Zachary.
you want to talk about someone that could get rushing yards and touchdowns? Yeah, Justin Fields had 2 touchdowns. My boy Zach Wilson had 4 rushing touchdowns. All right, and he fucks his mom's friends, dude. Like you gotta rank him up. I don't know.
How do you not love the guy? Mormon.
But I do believe it kind of halted a bit. I do have I have belief in Zach Wilson. But
Man, I'm surprised you're not higher on Brees.
I just hate their old line, dude. I'm probably wrong on Zach Wilson and Elijah Moore. I'm a big Jets fan, I guess, for no reason.
So here at the 206,
You still sticking with that Drake London call? I was about to click him for
yeah,
you. Yeah.
no, yeah, yeah.
All right.
The guy I was thinking over him, but honestly, I just think dynasty wise, Drake London's worth. I know he's worth more. People value him as the wide receiver, and he could be the wide receiver one out of this class. But here at the 206, I'm gonna go Amon-Ra St. Brown. I'm not as high as a lot of the dynasty community is on him, but there's at this point those last 5 6 weeks where
Kai. Just so you know, it went Zach Wilson, Drake London, and then it would be on me. But you said I'm on Raw.
no, it should have been Drake London, Zach Wilson, right?
No, because you went Elijah Moore, Bateman, Zach Wilson.
No, you went Elijah Moore. Oh wait, you went.
Yeah, no, you went ETN. I went Elijah Moore. Then you went Rashad Bateman. Then I went Zach Wilson. Then I went Drake London, and then it would be on me. But damn, I fucked up. I would have picked Amon-Ra St. Brown probably earlier.
Oh, so what I did? Oh, okay, I'm self-serve goofies.
No, it's all good. I'll forgive you this time.
That's awkward. Well, cut it.
Nah, dude, we're leaving this in. I'm put this bitch up raw, bro.
Oh man, why am I getting so sweaty all of a sudden?
Oh, I found where Michael Carter went. He went in the 4th round, right in the beginning of it.
Yeah,
So that's who I'm gonna pick, and I'm just.
Oh, hey, you do you.
Now I'm gonna go. Oh, you know what? I probably look like an idiot if I. You know what? I am gonna take that back because I'm gonna trust some of the ADP rankings a bit on here, on Sleeper. Okay. So let me dial it back, because his situation is kind of dog shit. Yeah, that Rashad Bateman pick was kind of sneaky.
Sleepies.
Sneaky.
I think people forget about him. I mean, obviously we don't. We're Minnesota boys, but I think people forget about him quite a bit.
You know what? I'm doing this pick only because I'm going based off value of the position. And I'm going to give Kenneth Walker a go here. I've been a hater of the 2022 draft. I've been shitting on it the whole entire video. I'm not going to lie. I don't even have a reason for it. Maybe it's because there's no quarterbacks that are worthy of drafting.
Yeah, I'm all out on the quarterback position. I think, but that's the thing.
I definitely maybe consider Malik Willis, but yo, 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 yo. Yeah. No slickety. I got that stickety. No Mickety. Join back, back, back. I don't know where you're at. His name is Kai. There he is.
Are we still recording?
Yeah. I could cut it, bro.
Yeah, no, so yeah, just cut this part out real quick. But I think for content wise too, because this will give us an extra video, we can just do like the first two and then like the first round and then the second round is two different videos. It just
Oh,
gives us an
yeah,
extra video
easy.
of content.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that. That's smart. Because it's long, and then that way we could shorten up our content a bit.
yeah.
Like,
Because like you said,
part two
unless it's
next
like
week. Yep.
yeah, and then like
Or later this
yeah,
week.
yeah, it's like because now the videos are like 20, 30 minutes rather than like I think once you get to 40 to an hour, unless you have a true following, it's kind of it's
Yeah,
gonna be
people are
hard
gonna
to
be
build.
like, "Damn, they want us to hop into this." Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, no, and it's easy like to cut long breaks and shit too. Like I'll be like, "Oh
Yeah,
yeah, here we go," and I'm just like, I don't even mind listening to it because should be kind of funny too.
yeah, and then we can just do like a cut screen, like, hey guys, like one of us or both of us can go on, or we can even do it after this. Like, hey, here's the second. We can just do a little like almost like B-roll stuff as transitions.
Yeah, dude. All right. So just recap. We did Drake London. You did. I did Kenneth Walker. Now it's on you again for the
Yeah, so this pick is we're kind of getting
2.7.
into. Oh wait, did I get Amon Ra already?
You did not.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Amon right here, just because I like his last 5 game stretch. I'm not gonna act like his last 5 games. He scored over 15 points. Like he was a
Dude.
low end wide receiver one.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. Everybody was hurt. They were down. They had nothing to play for. They were just seeing what they had in them. But I mean, the guy balled out. He almost had 1,000 yards receiving last year, 5 touchdowns. He had 912 yards receiving. Like, and that was all in like the last 5 weeks. So, um, yeah, I'll take him here. I'm not as big of a believer as a lot of people are, but yeah,
I like the pick, bro. I think that honestly he probably should have gone a little bit earlier.
I'm a
Um
JMO guy though. Personally, I'm a JMO guy.
yeah, but I do think JMO will be a contributor. I just don't think he will be much this year. In my opinion. Yes, he's
Yeah, he
gonna miss some time, but I think that he's gonna come in slow. The receivers they come in that way, and like what he excels at, he's coming off of a reconstruction. I'm cutting that, bro. I'm just playing. I don't really
no,
give a
and
fuck.
reconstructive.
Reconstructive surgery, bro. Um, it's hard to run fast. Know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean he's a speed demon. So it's not only is your knee healthy, but are you confident in planting in that knee and going? That's the big thing with J.K. Dobbins and Cam Akers right now is I think both of them are pretty damn close to 100%. It's just mentally, are you confident in cutting in that? So
Yeah. And now I gotta think about who.
208.
Yeah, I gotta think about what I want. I'm looking at the rookie list, right? And is there anyone on from the sophomore side of things that I would want over that?
I think there's one player you could argue out of that sophomore class that's left that you could take here. But I don't know if
I
I should give you
I'm
hints.
I'm not taking Davis Mills.
No, that's not. It's
Okay.
actually a running back. It's a running back.
Because I was gonna say, bro, I'm not on the hype train with all the rest of the guys. I'm not like I might be wrong on it, but I'm not on that hype train. Like I don't.
Oh, me neither, dude. The fact that I could, dude, when Bryson offered me JMO for Davis Mills, I accepted that so fast.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you won. My opinion, you won that trade by a
I'm
landslide.
taking the upside. Like, I get the hype, but I don't believe in the Texans, and they're going to be, in my opinion, the 101 or the 102 in the draft, and they're going to get a quarterback.
Like, do I
So,
buy that Davis Mills is serviceable? Yeah,
yeah,
but
for
I
this
don't.
year.
But I don't buy that he's gonna be this next like top five guy. I might be eating my words right here, bro. We might be like shown everywhere one day. I mean, like, yeah, these guys are the biggest idiots of all time, but I don't think
I
he's.
hope that happens. I actually
Yeah,
do. I hope we
yeah,
go viral.
yeah. That'd be cool.
Look at these idiots. Yeah, I'll go viral for all the wrong reasons. I don't care.
Yeah, you know what? We're the biggest Davis Mills haters
Yeah.
of all
Good
time.
thing Bryson isn't on the live right now because he loves
He probably
Davis.
would have picked them in the first round, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not
Or
even.
we'd have to eat his words.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just gonna go. Damn it, dude. I'm gonna go Olave.
Like it.
Yep. You know what? Just like video number one, still doing this clicking thing.
I think people forget with Olave though is he's been the wide receiver one at Ohio State the past 2 years. I get people think it was Garrett Wilson, but that's just not true. Like in my honest opinion, Olave had more catches, more receptions, and Garrett Wilson didn't really do much 2 years ago. Actually, no, I take that back. Let me look.
Garrett Wilson and Olave both were phenomenal. When I watched them like live against the Gophers, I was like, "What the hell?" It was basically Mo versus those two.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, actually, I take what I said back to Garrett Wilson. Actually, had a better season last year, more receptions, but Olave has done it for 2 years in a row where Garrett Wilson has not. Garrett Wilson broke out last year. Olave's done because that's the interesting thing. I remember talking to you before that Minnesota game, and it was like we were talking about Olave really the whole time. Like Olave was regarded as the wide receiver one going into last year in college. So it's you
Olave's
know,
built too, like Garrett Wilson's a little bit more like stringy, I guess. I
mm,
don't know. That's a good way to describe him, but Olave is just like he was just solid all around. I don't know. Garrett Wilson made some big plays, uh, here and there, but there's something about Olave. He's just more reliable.
I like his landing spot better too.
That's a huge factor in it. Like Jets, I feel like Elijah Moore got next, and then Garrett Wilson will follow behind. Garrett Wilson might end up being better than Elijah Moore. It's probably not surprising
Yeah.
if he is, but right now I'm buying into the Moore stock more, pun intended, than Garrett Wilson. But then, so I want Olave. We got on a little bit of a receiver run right here going. Are we sticking in that position group? Are we?
We're not. I
Ooh,
actually, the guy that I thought you were going to take, I'm going to go Elijah Mitchell at the
that
2-9.
that is a good pick. You know what? I honestly probably couldn't see him on my
Yeah, that's I was trying to, I tried to hint at it saying a running back, but the thing that worries me with Elijah Mitchell is like San Francisco likes committees at running
Yep.
back. They run the
Yep.
ball everywhere. Trey Lance is going to start taking some of the rushing upside of all these running backs, and Mitchell is what, a fifth round draft pick. So there's not a whole lot of team investment, which kind of scares me, especially at the running back position. But the guy averaged like about 100 yards a game last year, 900 yards as a fifth round rookie, and what, five touchdowns looks like. So yeah, I believe in the talent. I just don't know how long term this is going to be.
And then just like in Minnesota Viking fashion, the 49ers cut third round pick Trey Sermon. And that should be a telling sign. I know.
You know,
I had to
I
throw the shade. I had to throw the shade.
I never believed in Sermon, and I never got impressed with him at Ohio State. In that championship run, but and then he proved it on the football field that he is an absolute bum. But
I
that's
mean,
all right,
hey, I hate Davis Mills. You hate Trey Sermon. I mean, you know,
Yeah, I
and,
wouldn't
and
say I hate Davis Mills. He's a 1 year bridge guy until they draft their next franchise quarterback.
so you're probably gonna not like my next pick.
Oh, I'm ready. Give it to me.
You know what? I'm gonna do it as my last pick.
No, no, no. Do it now.
All right, I'm doing James Cook, bro. I
Oh
can't help
my
it.
gosh.
I told you you're not gonna like it. It would make more sense. I would have done it at 12 because I know you would not have picked them.
No, no, he's
I
not
would
even
have
on
done
my
it at 12
radar.
though. But I like James Cook. I don't. His situation is not phenomenal, but I do think
But
that
it's
they
also
will.
really good.
But well, just because of like the running back room. But I think that he fits. He's the one that fits the skill set though of the pass catcher, 110%. And I'm just buying the bloodlines from Dalvin. Kind of translates. I mean, he's a better receiving back than Dalvin coming out. And that's saying a lot because Dalvin is fucking pretty good all around. But I don't know. From a PPR perspective, I think James Cook has a lot of upside. And if I'm going to go for a position of scarcity, James Cook might be a solid option down the line.
So then let me ask you, because there's a ton of hype around Damian Pierce. Would you rather have Cook or Damian Pierce?
That's fair. I personally, Damian Pierce would make more sense here logically. Like
Mhm.
you would have for sure got him at 11 right now, picking, or I would have considered him. I wasn't really popping in my mind. I'll be honest. That might be a telling sign though that like maybe I'm not really that big of a believer.
I'm not a Pierce believer. I'll be honest. I, I like. So here's the thing, right? And I did not. I actually just traded Pierce in a league, and you saw it too, to get Lamar. But
Yep.
he's going for. You can get a 2023 first, and the 2023 first draft class right now is already buzzing. But how much do you think Elijah? And I asked Bryson too, who is who I traded him to. How much do you think Elijah Mitchell would go for right now?
For sure, probably a first and something.
Like a little slappy, right? Nothing crazy, but just a little slappy.
Yeah.
But about a 23 first, right?
Yeah.
So, but Elijah Mitchell's on a better offense, averaged 100 yards a game.
And has proven it at the NFL level.
Right. So Damian Pierce he's on a terrible offense. So like in my opinion, Pierce's ceiling is what Elijah Moore did last year, or Elijah Mitchell.
They shut
But
on my boy
Elijah
though.
Mitchell's yeah, Elijah Mitchell's only going for a 2023 first and a slappy. But in my opinion, it's like I just if Elijah Mitchell right now is going for a 2023 first and a slappy, and you can flip Damian Pierce right now for a 2023 first, I'm doing that every single day. I'm not a believer in Damian Pierce. Um, I know some people are, but I'm flipping him. I'm selling the house right now for a first.
No, that's
So
fair. So are you going Damian Pierce here at 211 then?
no, there's too much. I'm going JMO. I love him. Like I think he will be the alpha. You're gonna have to be patient with it, but a lot of people regarded him as the wide receiver one before he tore his ACL, and even after he tore his ACL, a lot of people still had him in some of their great like draft boards as the wide receiver one. Um, I don't
So
think the Lions are going to rush him back. I think they go after a quarterback in next year's draft.
so if you could have I know who you would pick, but let's say JMO for whatever reason has to like there could be weird complications and stuff. He has to miss
Mm.
the whole year, right? Then you have to bank on him coming back or something like that. We don't know what's gonna happen. He probably is gonna come back and play. He seems like he's very close.
Right.
Um, how much do you like George Pickens?
I like him as a prospect. I do. I just I like Garrett. Like I like all these other guys more personally. Um, I don't. Pickens is another guy where I'm probably seeing how much I can get for him and selling his hype right now. Like he's made a couple of cool catches, but Deontay Johnson just signed a 3-year contract extension there. You don't know who you have at quarterback. You
Well,
got
I mean,
three
Kenny
slappies,
Pickett might. He could be.
but
They
even
could grow
still, here's
together.
yeah, but even still, Kenny Pickett, like you just look at the success rate of, and again, this is just it's all statistics. It's not factor proven. Dak Prescott was like a 4th round draft pick, a 3rd round draft pick, right? But usually, if you're not in like the lottery, or I guess it's the NFL, so it's not the lottery, right? But if you're not in like the top 15, top 10 picks as a quarterback, you usually don't pan out, and the teams don't usually invest in you. So again, I think Kenny Two Gloves is a solid prospect as well. I just personally, with the quarterback, I'm not banking on that over guys like Garrett Wilson, Jameson Williams, Chris Olave. I like him. But personally, there's another guy even that I would take over him right now too. That a lot of people forget about, but I'm not going to have a chance to. Because we're at what? This is a 211.
Yeah, you just picked at the 211 for
Yeah,
JMO, and
I'll
I'm.
say actually. Go ahead.
Well, want me to do my pick first? I mean, I was gonna get
Yeah,
my thoughts real quick too. Is that like, uh, Pickens? I mean, I like Kenny Pickett. I like him. Don't ever give him my boy Teddy Bridgewater's nickname again. I know he wears two gloves. Teddy did it first. So let's give some respect on the name. But I think Kenny's shown. I think he has the potential to be decent. I don't think he'll ever be great, but I think he could be a decent quarterback in this league. He has at least that
so do I.
upside. I'll give
He
him
has the
that.
upside. I just, I, it's not something I'm willing to bank on.
And you know what? And I'm not gonna draft him here. So
Yeah,
I'm
on
gonna.
that note, I'm gonna prove I don't believe in him.
I'm only drafting this guy because I really thought that he was super good in college. I'm picking Garrett Wilson.
Yeah, he had to. Yeah, he was kind of the
Um,
obvious.
I could see an argument that I should have gotten like Kenny Pickett over James Cook. That would make sense. I would say, or like put Garrett Wilson where James Cook is, and then end with Kenny Pickett at the end of this round. I think that would be a fair way to end this. Or Davis Mills, either one. I personally would go Pickett over Mills.
Apples and oranges, man. Apples and oranges.
Yeah, that's fair. They both are similar. Mills has proven that he could do it though in the league. I will give him that. That he could have some solid games. Did the
Yeah.
games matter much? Were they probably playing from behind a lot? Yeah, but yeah, that's still it's fantasy points. So that's what matters at the end of the day.
So now the guy that because again, like I was like, if Wilson doesn't get picked up too, if you don't pick Wilson, we messed up somewhere. Like, and obviously we have, but Wilson deserves to
Yeah,
go with
the
2 right
board is a
now. You know what I
little
mean?
bit messy. Well, I'll be honest.
Yeah, but that's what makes this fun, right?
Yeah,
Like, and it's always
spontaneous.
hard
Yeah.
when it's my opinion versus your, and then there is obviously clish clashing. Yep, write that one down for later.
Yeah.
Um, but the guy, honestly, right now that I still prefer over Pickens, and I think a lot of people are forgetting about him, is Jahan Dotson.
No, I really like Jahan. I'm
Like,
more so thinking like it's a hard balance because I'm thinking long term as well as immediate impact.
mhm,
And I think Jahan's better immediate impact than Garrett Wilson this year, and that's maybe bold to say. I don't know.
yeah,
But I think Garrett Wilson long term might be the better player. Could be wrong on both points. Maybe Garrett Wilson goes fucking off, and then Jahan Dotson has the better career. Who fucking knows? But that's just my gut feeling on it.
I'm surprised you don't draft Kadarius Toney too.
Dude, when you watch the video, I'm gonna leave it in there. Probably back at pick, for sure 8 or like 9, somewhere in this range, or 7. I typed in
Yeah.
Kadarius Toney, and I looked at the ADP, and I should have probably just gone with what I believe in. But I'm like, dude, I'll be honest though, the Giants are so fucking terrible.
They're garbage, man. Danny Dimes just isn't it. And honestly, at this point, Danny Dimes doesn't deserve a cool nickname, so he's just Daniel. Like, he's so
Dan,
bad.
definitely not
Yeah.
Dan. Dan the man, definitely not.
Nah, he's so bad.
Yeah, so that's my reasoning why. Like I'll be honest, so I wanted to put him on here, and I felt like
I get it.
I felt like I slept on St. Brown a little bit. Elijah Mitchell's a little low. Shit, Drake London might be a little high, man. I'm not that high on him. I'll be honest.
I think you and I are probably, as a collective, probably the first 2 people that are not high on Drake London. Usually there's someone in the group that loves Drake London.
Yeah, I probably put a little bit too much value on a few players. I think our quarterbacks aren't too far off.
Yeah.
Maybe I think some people. No, I think that's fair. I don't hate the way that our like beginning rounds go. Because I mean I think that it's very fair that Jamar Chase and Najee Harris go 1 and 2. I think a lot of people could look at that, and you could argue Kyle Pitts up there, but I would say
Yeah,
those.
yeah, I'm not mad at that, but I personally would have Kyle Pitts. I just think he's worth a little bit more, and a lot, like, dynasty wise is probably a little bit more valuable. But I'm not mad with Najee at 2.
Do you think Trey Lance is ranked properly?
That one's tough because, like, based off of ADP, his hype and his upside in the offense, yes, but I'll be honest, I'm not super crazy about Trey Lance. Like, I really need to see it. I don't think he's a super great passer.
Yeah, he kind of fits in the mold of like how a lot of the 2022 draft picks feel in some sense. It's like
Yeah.
you have to see it work for like you got to see like do they take control? Like it's one thing to be like, yeah, this prospect has the potential. They have the makeup. They're going to give the opportunity. Now are they going to seize it? Are they going to actually be a dude or are you just going to be just some guy? And like
Yeah.
that's the separator. Like we know Jamar Chase, Najee Harris, and Kyle Pitts. Those are some dudes. And Jalen
Yep.
Waddle. We know that for a fact. I mean, I'll even put Javonte Williams in that category too. But Trey Lance being a quarterback and his upside, there's a reason why he's ranked up there. But our top 4, we know those are some dudes. That's why they're there. The rest of these guys, we're still, there's some question marks in there. We got to figure some things out.
So would you rather have Trey Lance or Trevor Lawrence?
I'd rather have Trey Lance. Situation, ceiling, um, rushing upside are all. Ceiling is similar. I think this is the rushing from a fantasy outlook. You can't look at it as like a legacy thing and what this quarterback does and his accolades and what his QBR is and all this PFF grades and stuff like that. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at it from a fantasy perspective. I think Trey Lance has a higher upside just because of his rushing ability, which Trevor Lawrence could do too, but not to the same extent.
Yeah, it's just interesting to see how far. I won't even say how far he's dropped, but I remember last year everyone regarded Trevor Lawrence as like the next Peyton Manning, the next Andrew Luck, you know.
But yeah, but I mean, he's
And
more a modern version too, because he does have some mobility to him. So like,
what if Trevor Lawrence was drafted by the 49ers? Say they flip flop roles.
I think Trevor Lawrence could potentially win a ring with the Niners. Trey Lance, I think might be a little too sloppy from the start, but it could eventually get there too, though. But I think Trevor
So
Lawrence would for surely be groomed under Kyle Shanahan, grooming him too.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he'd be pretty nasty. I can't
So
lie.
with those two, it just comes down to situation.
Yeah, and that's kind of the name of the game when you kind of
Oh
look at
yeah,
fantasy. You can overthink it too. Like shit, there's some players that go to a shit situation like a Monra, St. Brown. I never thought that guy would ever be anything like crazy on the Lions. I'm like, all right, he just has a weird name, and then now all of a
positions
sudden,
are different though. Like at wide receiver, if you're on a shit team and you turn out to be the one, they're just gonna air the ball out to you, you know. But
yeah,
at quarterback, if you're on a shit team, you're just gonna get replaced or and not put up fantasy points.
I mean, true. But I mean, still receivers flop a lot. Like I think they're probably
Oh yeah,
one of the highest busts besides quarterbacks, like positions for young players. Because it's like it's really hot and cold. There's just so many receivers, so it seems like there's so much success. But like, how many guys just kind of wash away every year? You're like, oh yeah, that dude was a first round pick. That was crazy.
Jalen Rager.
Hey, skull. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I think that there's some things that could be reworked and all that, but I think that we got our first five pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
I
After that,
think
it got kind of weird.
I would say first round went a lot better than second round. It's just like it's hard like to balance the two different ADPs and looking through like a draft board like without like I didn't write it down like you did. So you probably had like a little bit more of a ranking system.
Yeah, it'd be interesting though, like doing this next year, or like even if we did
Well, we could always
the
go like
last
sophomores versus third years.
juniors. Yeah,
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 yeah.
you know what I mean? Like that could be definitely next video. So,
That'd be interesting actually, because you actually have production that's not 1 year of what you've seen versus
cuz that's
projections.
like Jamar Chase versus JJ, right?
Dude, dude, that 2020
That's
draft
yeah,
class was
that's Jerry
nasty.
Judy CD. Yeah, dude, that's actually cuz like there's more to go off of. There's you
Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert,
oh
Tua
my
tags.
gosh.
Yeah, that 2020 draft class was nasty.
Definitely be yeah, that'd be fun to do. I'm down.
Well, maybe something you guys will see in the future. You never know.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean that's
Um,
gonna do it here. So episodes 1 and 2 are done for
Bang
our.
bang.
What I don't know what this is called. Our what freshman sophomore mock draft for Dynasty,
Yeah.
something like that. We'll work on the title, but that's us. Another video in. Kai and I up late, 1:30 a.m. doing our thing.
Dude, is it really 1:30?
Yeah.
It means it's 2:30 here. Yikes.
No cap sports. And we're out. Get your buckets on.